YouTube, what's good? Davy V with you. Wanted to do a little something different. Do what I believe will be the first reaction video ever on Davy V TV. I see we got a few folks up in here. Let me give it a little bit longer. What's good? Outsider, I'm here, brother. Where are you at? I'm in the studio. What is good? So I don't know if you guys and girls have seen my shorts. Basically, I was made a couple of shorts defending Monroe County, New York District Attorney Sandra Dorley. And basically, the story is that she was speeding in Webster, New York. And again, for those of you not familiar with Webster, New York, it's he said, outsider, I'm out in Williamson. Hey, tell Mrs. Marathon I said hello. That's the thing, man. I'm getting some flack. I'm getting some haters. Basically, what happened is this, and I'll let this play in a second here. But I made a few videos defending Monroe County, New York District Attorney Sandra Dorley. I know her personally. I met her, known her for several years. Always showed me respect, despite the whole Davy V thing and everything. Never treated me any different. In fact, I'll be honest, where I gained respect, where Monroe County, New York District Attorney Sandra Dorley won all my respect, was back in 2008. That's how long I've known her. I mean, we're talking 16 years. She prosecuted a dirty, corrupt ex-Greece, New York police officer who was coked up, driving on 390, slammed into the back of a vehicle that was disabled on the side of the road, almost killed a pregnant mother and her baby who was born prematurely. And ever since then, I just had a lot of respect for Sandra Dorley. Do I agree with her on everything? Of course not. But you don't have to agree with somebody on everything to like them, right? There's a lot of law enforcement officers that I like and that I'm, consider friends or at least very close, uh, acquaintances. So I don't know. There's a lot going on with this video. Basically, she was caught speeding. Okay, I guess doing like 20 miles over the speed limit, doing like 55 in a 35. And I just honestly, and we all have our opinions. Look, you're not going to come here to this channel, and how boring would it be if everybody agreed with each other, right? Oh, yes, man. Yes, yes. I don't want no yes, man. I don't want no yes, sir. Yes, that's not what I'm looking for. So we're all going to have our opinions. I defend her and I stick up for her, and I made a few videos supporting her, and I've gotten some hate and some blowback because of that. Now that the footage came out, I do agree she could have handled it way more professionally. She seems to, be having a very bad day. And that's what I wanted to get at. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. The older I get, the more and more I realize we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. Did she maybe try to flaunt who she is, or maybe thought that she could somehow get or deserves special treatment? Perhaps she did, but guess what? I'm going to be honest with you because that's what I'm about and that's what this channel's about. I've done the same similar thing during a traffic stop. In fact, in Brighton, New York, many years ago, I kind of did the same thing too. I kind of did the do you know who I am kind of thing. Look, we're not perfect. And again, I like her. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's really stressed out. This is a person, I don't know if you guys and girls know this, but district attorneys in whatever city they're in, just like the mayors, they report to basically every homicide scene. So she's been a district attorney, the top district attorney here in Monroe County, New York, Rochester, New York area, and the surrounding county, which is Monroe County, New York, for probably close to 20 years. And she's been in the DA's office longer than that. And look, it's not an excuse. She shouldn't get a free pass. I'm not saying that, but people do need to be more understanding and more forgiving. I'm not saying she handled it right. Now that the video is out, which I'm going to play here in a second, just one of the videos. No, it doesn't look good. But I still think she's a good person. I don't think she really had any bad or ill intentions. And again, people make mistakes, and I still support her. So I see the people here fluctuating. Some are going, some are coming. I'm going to go ahead and play this. And if We don't see it here on the live, then we'll see it later, or you could see it later. Here we go.
Understand the hostility towards me. I'm doing my job.
Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley on video refusing to follow the commands of a police officer who tried unsuccessfully to pull her over for speeding. We're going to show you that video coming up.
Live from the WROC studios, this is breaking news from News 8.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. That breaking news, newly released body-worn camera video shows a traffic stop in which Monroe County District Attorney Sandra Dorley fails multiple times to comply with the orders of a police officer.
Now, the exchange happened Monday in Webster at Dorley's home, in her garage, to be exact. Jatira Marsh joins us now to break down what happened from here. Jatira.
Adam, Teresa, we've had a chance to watch the body cam video, and we're going to show you a good portion of it. But before we do, though, we want to set it up with what we know. On Monday evening around 6, a Webster police officer says he tried to pull Dorley over on Phillips Road. According to the officer, she did not pull over and drove to her house instead. You can hear in the video Dorley saying she's calling the Webster police chief. She then encourages to the person on the other end to tell the officer to leave her alone. Here's what happened next.
Ma'am, come outside. You can't just go inside. This is a traffic stop. Here's your phone back.
I understand the law better than you.
953. Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No, get out of my house.
I don't know why you're acting like this towards me.
Because
Can you please go to the back of the vehicle?
I'm not going to. I'm home. I was okay, 50.
I don't care if you got home. You were supposed to stop at Phillips Road when I pulled you over. When my lights were
I
initiated.
didn't know you were stopping me. There was lots of other people on the road.
I was right behind you.
Yeah? There were other people on the road too.
Okay, I was directly behind
I'm
you.
not dealing with you right
Can
now.
you please step over here?
I'm not going to.
What is the reason you're so against what I'm doing? I'm doing my job.
Prior to the town of Webster releasing this video today, Dorley released a statement today in which she said, in part, I acknowledge that I was speeding and I accepted the ticket. By 1 p.m. the following day, I pled guilty and sent the ticket to the Webster Town Court because I believe in accepting responsibility for my actions and had no intention of using my position to receive a benefit. We have the full statement and we'll have more body-worn cam video of the incident at rochesterfirst.com. Reporting, Jatira Marsh, News 8.
All right, I just wanted to get on here, and like I said, this is technically, officially the first reaction video. And, there's no fancy setup here with no screens. This is just me recording off my computer, my iMac. But again, listen, I don't want to get too long-winded or too preachy here. The point that I want people to understand is this woman has worked for years trying to bring justice to a lot of families of murdered children, a lot of families of murdered people of all ages. Rochester, New York, the crime, the violence is completely out of control, and it's getting worse by the day. And again, I just don't like hypocrisy. Again, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. Maybe you guys and girls are not necessarily there in your lives yet. And maybe one day you will be. When you start just noticing and having less and less tolerance for hypocrisy and for the bullshit, right? Am I saying she handled this right? No, not at all. Now that I see the videos, I could honestly say I'm disappointed because that's not the person who I know. That's not the person that I know to be a professional. But again, I don't like hypocrisy. Obviously, she was having a bad day. That doesn't mean she gets a pass. That doesn't mean she should get a pass. But all this stuff about people calling for her to resign and fire her and this and that. First of all, she's elected. I don't know where this will go, but obviously it doesn't look good. It's not a good look at all. Now that I know, this video, by the way, this body cam video was just released. So now that I know this and now that thousands of people are seeing this, of course it doesn't look good. But again, and I'm being honest, I've been in a similar situation when I've been pulled over by the police. When you look back and you realize, it's even embarrassing, some of the stuff that I've said in the past. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and girls. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be here, oh, I'm perfect. No, of course not. None of us are. And that's my point. None of us are. When you break it down, let's break it down like this. We've all been guilty of speeding. I know I have. We've all done it. I don't care what you say. We have all broken the law when it comes to the speed limit. Okay, that's number one. Should she have stopped immediately? Absolutely. You never run, you never evade police. You always pull over. And like I taught my kids, you are, try to be as respectful as you can be, right? Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am, to the officer. So obviously she wasn't, she's dead wrong for how she handled it. Okay. But again, I don't believe in this thing of throwing, how they say the saying, throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. In other words, you just don't throw out good. And I don't believe in this thing where we live in a society that all of a sudden we're ready to just gang up on someone. And, they've been calling this woman names online. They've been calling her just really disparaging, nasty remarks. Somebody called her the C word with a K. Just absolutely disgusting. And I don't like bullying. You know what I mean? In school, when I got into fights, it was usually because I was defending some kid with the thick bottle lens glasses who was getting punked and getting bullied on Freshman Friday and getting eggs thrown on him and getting thrown into the dumpster. And I don't know, I don't like bullying. I don't like I don't like to see people gang up on somebody, right? And say nasty stuff about somebody. There's no need for that. She should have handled it better. She should have been more professional, especially somebody of her standard, right? Of her level of authority and power that she has in this county. It's definitely not a good look. I don't know how she will bounce back from this. But again, I like her. I know her personally, and I believe that people should be given chances. You know what I mean? I don't believe in this thing about, uh, trying to just hang somebody. And I don't mean to joke like that because that used to happen, but you know what I mean? We're not living in those days where somebody gets killed on the town square. You know what I mean? I believe she's a good person. I believe she made a bad mistake, but we all have. We've all made bad choices. And look in the mirror and ask yourself and tell yourself, and don't lie to yourself, you have made bad choices too in your lives. And I'm talking to each and every one of you. So again, this video's gone on longer than I intended it to at the beginning. But again, I'm defending her. I'm sticking with her. I know her. I met her. She always showed me the utmost respect. I think she made a very bad decisions that night or that day. And I just don't believe in people ganging up on someone. And especially the nasty stuff that I've read online is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting and completely uncalled for, and hypocrisy. Because each one of those haters or whatever, just disgusting individuals who are saying the nastiest things about this woman, about Monroe County, New York District Attorney Sandra Dorley, online in posts and comments and memes, each one of them has sinned. Each one of them has made mistakes. Each one of them has broken the law in some way, shape, or form. So stop with the bullshit. Stop with the hypocrisy. As always, thank you for watching Davy V TV.